Hey everybody, it's Bill Owen. How you doing? Today I'm speaking with Jason Hughes, the co-owner of Rock, Paper, Scissors Goods in South Minneapolis. This shop is one of the best kept secrets in Minneapolis, but it needs to be known.
Rock, Paper, Scissors is a melding of what I used to do and what my wife used to do. I owned a store in Seattle for 19 years called Sonic Boom Records, and she owned a store next door called Valoria. And she sold gifts and clothing and jewelry and bags. And so we sort of combined what we did in Seattle here in a much smaller space. And we added a few things because we have kids now. So we added some kids' arts and crafts items, and we do classes. So we do art classes. We try and keep, the idea is to keep this like a creative space, mostly analog. There's no plastic stuff in here other than the oil and the records, but whatever. But it's all about being creative and staying off the computer if you can, and promoting that sort of lifestyle.
The first thing I noticed when I walked into your store and I looked at your inventory is I was amazed at, I could just tell that whoever set up the inventory was real particular and meticulous about the quality and the selection of bands and music.
I kind of feel like what we do here is we take a river of records and we sort of splice off a stream. And we take the best stuff off the river and have it in here for you, so you don't have to look through everything. You can hopefully come in here and find what you need. And then we also carry new releases, which are also pretty filtered. So we don't have everything. I have what I consider the best of the best new releases, once again, because of the space issues. You have that much space, and there's tens of thousands of records to choose from. And you can't make it all advanced, so when somebody comes in here, they can't find a Bowie or Fleetwood Mac or Pink Floyd. But you also have to have stuff when people come in, they're like, oh, cool, you have that Can record, or you have the Kikugayo Moyo record, or you have, Kamasi Washington, or The Wire, or Modest Mouse. You gotta sort of straddle all genres and all depth of music. So you gotta have your Brian Eno, and you have to have your Fleetwood Mac, and you have to have your Jimi Hendrix, and it makes it hard. Same with the used.
You could have 5 albums in stock at all times. What would they be?
Well, it depends. 5 that I know will sell, or 5 that I really want. I think 5 that I know will sell: Sargent Pepper's, Are You Experienced, Dark Side of the Moon, Rumors, Harvest. 5 records that I think that I want personally here: Replacements, Tim, Candy Apple Grey, which is out of print, Modest Mouse, Lonesome Crowded West, Kind of Blue, Miles Davis, and 5th one for me. There's just so many.
Favorite Husker Du album?
Candy Apple Grey.
Why?
Because it's the best recorded record. It's just not as high end and tinny. My ears can't take that anymore.
Mine's Warehouse Songs and Stories.
Well, I got that here if you want to buy it. Sugar, Copper Blue, another one you have to have. And Beaster. Beaster's good. Well, they have it combined now. You can buy both in one record because Merge decided that was a good idea, and it was.
Looking at my demographic then.
Yep.
All right, Jason, in your opinion, the most underrated band of all time?
Well, that's a really hard question because there are a lot of underrated bands, but I think Other Lives are incredibly underrated. I don't think anybody's heard of them, and I think they're phenomenal. Of them. You have?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, they're great. They're really great. I think another underrated band that's not around anymore is 764 Hero. I always thought John was an incredible songwriter and never really got his due.
What LPs do you wish you could sell but either can't find or get represses of it?
Candy Apple Grey. The original Blue Note, pressings are really hard and really expensive to find. Buckingham Nicks. Really great record. Never reissued on CD. Nothing digital. You have to get it on vinyl, and it's hard to find.
So, do you often go to other record stores and check out their used section for your own inventory?
From time to time, I will. Yeah. It's really hard to source used records, so I do what I can when I have time. The yard sales, if I can. Don't have much luck with that. Estate sales, once every 10 estate sales, I'll get lucky, find some stuff. It's just a lot of time.
It is a lot of time, a lot of hunting, and I've noticed over the last year that the selection has really gone down at like local record shops. And unfortunately, my problem is I go in there with an agenda to find something, and when I don't find it, I'm like bummed out.
A lot of people are like that, and I think it's unfortunate. A lot of stores will take the really great stuff and sell it online first, and I think they should really rethink their business model and try and sell it in the store first, and then if they can't sell it after 6 months, throw it online, get rid of it.
Right. Yeah, take care of the locals first.
Yeah, your most important customer is the customer who walks through the door.
Right, that's your lease payment right there.
Yeah. If you're, I mean, unless you don't have a record store, you just want to have a warehouse space with records in it, which actually a lot of people do now.
All right, so what I should also ask you is, all right, describe what is rock, paper, scissors?
Rock, paper, scissors is a melding of what I used to do and what my wife used to do. I owned a store in Seattle for 19 years. Called Sonic Boom Records, and she owned a store next door called Valoria, and she sold gifts and clothing and jewelry and bags, and so we sort of combined what we did in Seattle here in a much smaller space, and we added a few things because we have kids now, so we added some kids arts and crafts items, and we do classes, so we do art classes. We try and keep, the idea is to keep this like a creative space, mostly analog. There's no plastic stuff in here other than the oil and the records, but whatever. But it's all about being creative and staying off the computer if you can, and promoting that sort of lifestyle as much as you can. Because what's the point of being online all the time?
It has become a virus of sorts.
It is. We're offering an alternative.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, get out and be creative.
Yeah.
Be inspired.
Yeah, I mean all the jewelry is handmade by the artist. It's not made in mass in China or Korea or somewhere, and it's a little more expensive, but hopefully it'll mean something to somebody, and you're supporting the artist who makes it, and they're being creative, and it's hopefully a wave of creativity being created here.
Well, thank you very much, Jason, for taking the time to do this and for testing out my turntable feet. It'll be interesting to get your feedback a few months or even a year from now, because to have the opportunity to have a real world testing environment for them is great. So we've got them on your listening station for your customers, and then you're going to put them on your personal turntable for the music you play in your record store.
I think it'll be cool. It'll be really nice to have a little isolation, because the feet on the store table they have no give it at all, so it'll be really nice to have something that will isolate any kind of vibrations. I think it'll help a lot. I think it'll help a lot on the listening station too, and I'm sure they're gonna be great. They look cool. They look really cool.
Where can people find Rock, Paper, Scissors?
You mean physically?
Yeah.
Oh, we're 4806 Chicago Avenue in South Minneapolis, in the 48th and Chicago neighborhood.
And you're online as well?
We're online for our classes and stuff. I don't really sell LPs online on our website, but we do some stuff on Discogs. It's also Rock, Paper, Scissors. And the majority of stuff online is also in the store at similar prices. From time to time we'll sell collectibles there, but only after they've been here for a while. So come in and shop.
Absolutely. Support your local music shop, artisans, art and craft shop. And you can bring your kids here too, and you can go shop for LPs or go get some ice cream or do whatever you have to do.
Yeah, it's a great neighborhood. Come on down.